Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we are back on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 77 and we are back here over at the Mumbo Jumbo Jungle base, because I don't have official plans that are set in stone just yet. I have a bunch of ideas that are written down on a notepad as always, but I don't have one that I have chosen yet, because all of the much stuff to look at. We have got these giant storage systems, half of them haven't actually been finished yet. I said in episode 7, I believe it was, that eventually I was going to do all of these item frames. It is now episode 77, and I am no closer to doing it. But of course, we do have the automatic sorting system. We have got the mob farm sorting system over there. We've got our super smelter, an enchanting room. I mean, we've got so much stuff going on. An automatic mine down beneath us. We've got the sugarcane farms and everything over here. I mean, really, this place is becoming a hub of automation, which was always my goal for my base. So I myself am feeling very happy with what I managed to achieve, and also feeling very motivated to continue on and continue doing some more building. And that is what we are going to be doing, because I was reading the comments of the previous episode of Hermitcraft in which we built this obsidian farm. And there were some really fantastic comments on there saying things that I should do, and one of the best ones that I thought was that we could make this semi-automatic. So we power this block over here, and then when we place our redstone down, it will all power, and then when it gets to the end, we can make it so that it activates our dispensers, our lava comes out, and then our obsidian is generated. I think that is a brilliant idea, so I am going to get to work on that one, and then I will catch you guys in a little bit. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I just gave this machine a test and it didn't go particularly to plan, and I don't really know why. I personally think it might be something to do with the fact that the redstone is powered. So look, if we place this along like this and then we place it down at the end, you can see that it all turns on. That makes sense. Oh no, see, that shouldn't be happening. We've got the water, it's turned into cobblestone. We've got a few bits of obsidian here, but that is nowhere near what we are trying to get here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it again. Oh dear. I'm going to do it again with the redstone powered off and see if that affects it. If not, then I guess the obsidian generator has actually been broken, which is a real shame. Unfortunately, that idea that sounded really good, where we have the redstone doing the automatic thing, it doesn't actually work. By the look of things, this machine only works when the redstone is not powered, which means that we cannot make it automatically turn off and on, and that means that I've wasted about 15 minutes. Sorry about that, I had no idea that that was going to be like that. It's just another one of those odd things about Minecraft. You just never know what to expect, do you? But anyway, on to bigger and better things. Let's just get away from this place. Welcome to the redstone testing world, in which we are doing a little bit of testing, believe it or not. We are testing out mob mechanics, because it used to be the mobs would consider trapdoors to be full blocks and they would walk off the edge. But by the look of things, I mean, this guy has been nice and cozy up here for probably about the last 2 minutes and he hasn't walked off the edge yet. But I've done a little bit more testing, and I've noticed that if you have a guy that's about 4 blocks off the ground with water underneath, he doesn't care. He will stroll right off of that thing, which means that technically what I now have planned might actually work. And what I have planned, as you may be able to tell with the obsidian generators and of course the zombie pigmen, is that I want to make an overworld gold farm. And where I'm going to build it is I am going to be building it inside my giant hole that was originally for the slime farm. We're actually going to be converting that. That is now going to be for a gold farm. So let's hop back onto the Hermitcraft server and I'm going to get building. This place is a colossal and horrendous mess. Let's clear it up. now that all of that is gone, I am cracking on with the design planning stage, in which I am laying down a whole bunch of cobblestone. And you may be thinking, this looks just a little bit mental, what on earth are you doing here? But this is the sort of blueprint, the initial ideas section of the build, in which we try and work out where everything is going to be going. Now, because this is a gold farm, obviously we are going to be using nether portals, and due to the fact that nether portals can now be absolutely huge, apparently the bigger ones spawn a lot more zombie pigmen, and that is very important because obviously we want to be spawning as many zombie pigmen as possible. So we are going to be going for a spiral design. Well, not a spiral, but a box inside a box inside a box inside a box, etc. So on the outside here, we're going to have one giant portal that goes right the way up, and that will go all the way around like this, and then inside that we'll have a slightly smaller set of portals, a slightly smaller one, and then we are down into the smallest section. Now, as far as the killing area is concerned, obviously we're not going to be doing a falling trap because there isn't very far to fall. Instead, we are going to be doing something with cactuses. I don't really know, haven't really thought that far ahead, but I will get on with that in a little bit. But the first thing that I have to do is, of course, I have to plug up all of the holes here, because otherwise zombie pigmen might fall out of this large one and just go straight into one of the caves, and that is exactly what we don't want. Now, this is going to take a very long time because there is a large number of caves about, but hopefully I will get it all done and do it quickly. I just want to start off by saying I apologise that we are currently in the middle of one of the worst thunderstorms I've ever seen on Minecraft. This is like a tropical storm, a hurricane, and oh, is it clearing up? Oh, please tell me it's clearing up, because by the look of things, someone angered Zeus there. There was lightning everywhere. It was absolutely crazy. But anyway, I have managed to plug in all of the caves at the correct level. The reason that I say correct level is because obviously the portals aren't going to be going right to the top of this thing. Otherwise, that would be a massive project, and it would take probably a couple of weeks to do. So instead, I've plugged in all of these caves here. I think I might have to plug that one in eventually, because that is roughly at the height, the maximum height of the gold farm that I'm going to be building. But I don't know, we'll see. If I need to do it, we need to do it. But the one thing that I do need to do is clear out all of the vines, and I will get onto that at some point. But now, what I'm going to be doing is we're going to hop into the end, and we're going to be doing a little bit of obsidian farming. We're going to be taking out one of those end pillars. The reason that I'm not using my obsidian generator is because that is really good for getting small amounts of obsidian, but of course if I want to get a large amount, then that is a lot of redstone, and also it's not particularly fast. So anyway, off to the end, let's pick up some obsidian. Well, that went absolutely brilliantly, didn't it? We managed to get ourselves tons and tons of obsidian, almost 9 stacks. Unfortunately, I ran out of memory on my recording drive just as I got attacked by an enderman and went flying off the edge of the pillar. It was literally in the same minute, which really was a shame, because that would have been a nice little chuckle, because that probably looked like the slowest time lapse in the world. I had not anticipated how long it would take to mine each block. I thought it would be semi-slow, but I'd be able to get the whole pillar done within, say, 15 minutes. No, it took me 35 minutes to do that little space there. Quite a long time. But anyway, we should definitely have enough obsidian now to get on with the gold farm. That should be plenty. We should have a pretty sweet gold farm once this is all done. So what I'm going to do now is I will head back to the Mumbo Jumbo Jungle base, and let's start the building process. This is going to be good fun. Upon closer inspection, it turns out that actually I did my measurements wrong, and that, my friends, is why you plan things. So, we are not going to have a middle portal. There won't be anything in this center area, which, I'll be honest, looks like a bit of a waste. It is a shame that we managed to do that, but hey ho, I'm not going to let that bother me too much. We are going to have 4 sets of portals, obviously with each side being a portal, meaning that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 times by 4, so about 16 portals, I guess. I think that's right. If that's wrong, I've just embarrassed myself live on camera. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go 4 blocks above this, 4 or 3 if I can remember correctly from my redstone testing world, and then we will start placing down the portals. I will let you know once I get the first one done. So here we are then, the bottom of the gold farm is now in place, and I personally think this looks really cool, doesn't it? We've got the rings, the 4 rings going from largest to smallest. It definitely looks like it means business, and I just cannot wait to get all of the portals in here. But I have hit a bit of a problem, okay? This is a big problem. I think we're going to run out of obsidian. After all that, I was 100% sure that we had enough obsidian. 9 stacks? Why on earth would it use 9 stacks? Well, it turns out that actually this is quite a big area, and putting in all these rings, yeah, it's quite a lot of obsidian. Now, my original plan was that I wanted these portals to go up by 20 blocks, so it would be around about up here. The issue is, though, is that is going to use up 80 obsidian per ring, and obviously we've got 4 rings. Now that equals a lot of obsidian, aka more than we currently have. So I'm in a bit of a dilemma. I don't know whether to do that design with the 20 blocks up, or save a little bit of obsidian and just go a little bit worse, have a slightly worse gold farm. I don't really know. Ooh, it's hurting my brain a little bit here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a decision. We're about 10 blocks up now. I think I'm just going to keep going upwards until I think it is about right. So yeah, we are going to go up to here, and this is going to be the height of our portal. There we go. That is scientific mumbo in action there. That is the official conclusion. We are going to do it around about this high. So I'm going to continue building these portals, and then I will catch you guys in a little bit. Oh, that is infuriating. So I have been doing a little bit more work here. We have done the first ring, but oh, I have got some bad news for you. I have had just a slight change of heart once again. We're actually going to be tearing this part down, and we are going to be going a little bit higher. We are going to be going to the maximum 40 blocks, and the reason for this is because I've been watching a few videos on YouTube. I'm a little bit more knowledged up about gold farms now, and I know roughly how they work. They basically run off portal blocks. You see, my little brain thought that they would run off more portals equals more zombie pigmen, but if the portals are bigger, then it has a higher chance of a zombie pigman spawning. Turns out that isn't really how it works. It just runs off of how many portal blocks you have. So what you want to do with a gold farm is you want to maximize the number of portal blocks you've got. And the best way to do that is to make these portals on the outside extremely large, and then we aren't going to be having these 2 rings. We're going to be extending this ring up here right away to the maximum as well. So basically, we're going to have 2 rings of very big portals. I hope that you got all of that. If not, then I apologise, but you are going to see what I'm doing in a second, because now I am going to crack on with building this. It's just going to be so annoying taking this down. I had a little bit of a change of heart, okay? I went out and I was like, look, there is no point in building tons of portals. Why not build just 2 rings of massive portals? Because zombie pigman spawning relies on portal blocks, so the number of portal frame little purpley things that swirl, that is what it relies on. That is what makes it more efficient, and I thought, why not try and increase our obsidian to portal block ratio? That seemed like a fantastic idea, and I really took it to the next level. There is a problem though. Yeah, I took it too far. I took it a little bit too far, and it's too big. None of the portals light. Look. Yeah, we just get a flame, which is not what you want to see. It really isn't what you want to see. I have a feeling that the maximum size a portal can be is 20 by 20. I think it is 20 by 20. I'll have to do a little bit of research on that one, but I am fairly certain that it is in fact 20 by 20. And that means that we have got about 20 across here. That's fine, but we went about 50 blocks upwards. That's not fine. and I feel like such an idiot. My reaction to it, because obviously I lit the portals on camera, is quite funny, because I just can't quite believe what I have just done, and I'll put that in at the end as a little blooper thing if you want to watch it. But yeah, what this means is that for the second time in this episode now, I'm going to have to tear down everything that I have done and rebuild it. This is not feeling good. What a train wreck of a project. Oh, my head hurts. Ah, that is music to my eyes and ears. Ah, we've actually got a portal working. And I have to admit, even though it's not as big as I originally planned, it is still a colossal portal. This is one of my favourite additions to Minecraft recently. The giant portals, that and obviously the new slime block mechanics, they are both so incredible. I know this one has been around for ages, but I've just never really had much of a chance to play around with it. But anyway, this is going to be the new height of the gold farm, and it isn't really that bad. I've only got to take down this much, so I'm not going to complain there. No troubles. It does mean that we're going to have more obsidian left over, which is always nice. So there we go. I am now going to do this to each and every one of our frames. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long. Just a really quick progress update to say that I have done all of the portal frames for the outside portals, and this is actually taking quite a long time. I don't know if it's because I have mined a lot of obsidian today, and I mean a lot, but this just seems to be taking much longer than anything else I've done. But anyway, now it is time to take out this middle structure, and then we will finally have ourselves a set of working portals. Also, just a fun fact, I've seen a couple zombie pigmen down there. I don't know if they are there anymore or if they've despawned, but yes, it does appear that this portal is bringing those guys in quite a bit. And that is now done. Oh, it's been a long one today. It has been a long one. Let's just hop down to the bottom, kill this skeleton like a pro. Hopefully he doesn't kill me because I'm low on health. But what we are going to do now is I am going to do the honors and light all of these portals. This is going to be like Christmas came early, okay? So let's light this one, and hopefully it lights. Yes, okay, so we've got a portal there, and then we'll light this one over here as well. Bonk. Big old portal, and then this one over here, and we have got ourselves a full set. Now that is an impressive looking place, but you light up this middle one here, looking good, and then the other one, just as nice. And it's getting quite difficult to tell which ones I've lit up and which ones I haven't. But that one is done, and that one is done. So there we go. We have got ourselves a massive number of massive portals. And you can see that we have a zombie pigman spawning there already. That's really good. That means that it is working. Do we have any other zombie pigmen? I don't know. I'm going to try my luck and just look around. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I know this episode has been a little bit all over the place. I've done a whole bunch of things. Some of them didn't quite work out. It's been a little bit of a learning curve for me, and I've done a bunch of experimentation. One thing that I have learned from this episode is always test things. Do not build things in survival that you're unsure whether or not they're going to work. Whoa, we got three zombie pigmen. What a build. This is already working very nicely indeed. But anyway, I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. So I have just been to bed, woken up, and it is a fine new morning on the Hermitcraft server, and we are about to embark on a very important adventure. I think I have gone the right way here. Okay, let's take a look. Here is where the gold farm is, if I can get out of this hole. This hasn't gone quite as smoothly as I first imagined when I left that base. Right, let's eat some chicken and take a look at what I have done. There it is. There are both the nether portals. Oh my. How good is that? They look brilliant, don't they? They are absolutely huge. Let's hop down to the bottom and take a look at it from the bottom here. What a build that is. And we are going to be lighting them up right now. This is what we are going to do. We are going to light them here and now. Okay, so here we go. Got the flint and steel and bonk. Why has that not worked? Seriously, why has that not worked? Guys? Oh, have I done something stupid? None of them are working. Oh, I shouldn't be allowed to do projects on Minecraft. Oh no.